What's going on, 32-Bit Network? This is your boy. This is your host, Calvin Domingo, a.k.a. Steezy A. Smith. And today we're back at it yet again with another segment, another edition of Breaking Down the Trade, brought to you by the 32-Bit Network. Yes, I'm a little late on this, but man, did y'all see that? Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins. I said this on Twitter last week, but the NFL is now the new NBA. We're seeing star players being traded left and right. Now, for my immediate reaction, I think in the long term, the Chiefs win the deal. They want to stay in success. Patrick Mahomes is only 27, 28 years old, and so they're thinking about the future. Now, that's not to take anything away from a Tyreek Hill because his loss is definitely going to be Miami's gain. And I said this last week when Devontae Adams got traded to the Raiders, but then I already thought the Kansas City Chiefs were the fourth best team in the AFC West. Now, with Tyreek Hill being traded to the Miami Dolphins, I understand he got traded for 5 picks. This year's first rounder at 29th overall. This year's second rounder at 50th overall, a 4th round pick this year, and then a 4th and a 6th next year. I mean, this is unprecedented. I don't think I've ever seen a star receiver get traded for 5 picks, 2 top 50 picks. Look, this solidifies the notion that the Chiefs are not going to be contenders this year. Now, yes, let's say that they're able to replace Tyreek Hill in the draft at a fraction of the cost. I don't care who they bring in. I don't care if Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are still there. They're not going to be able to bring in somebody that's going to have the same sort of impact as a Tyreek Hill. He's arguably the top 5 receiver in all the National Football League. He's probably the fastest player in the National Football League. And time again, he's bailed out Patrick Mahomes. And so with him now in Miami, I think this takes away from the effectiveness of a Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce has had the benefit of playing alongside a Tyreek Hill who stretches the field like none other, who is faster than pretty much everybody in the world, and not named Usain Bolt. And so for the Miami side of things, I think that this definitely makes them a better football team today, but I'm just not sure this is the best way of allocating their resources. Yes, maybe the signals, I feel like a lot more faith in Tua Tagovailoa than other people would like to think. And I feel like with Mike McDaniel there, he has his Deebo Samuel. Now he has a Trent Williams and a Terran Armstead, who they brought in yesterday on a 5-year, $75 million deal. They brought in a Connor Williams, so the offensive line is much improved. The run game should be improved. Mike McDaniel is going to add a dynamic dimension to that offense, to the game plan. We'll see what Tua's made of. You know, I know a lot of people look at him as a dink and dunk quarterback, but in college, was he not throwing the deep ball with a lot of success? And so with Tyreek Hill, with Jalen Waddle's player comp is Tyreek Hill, by the way, Devontae Parker, Cedric Wilson, Mike Gesicki. I'm not saying this team is a Super Bowl contender, but if they can squeeze everything that they could possibly squeeze out of Tua Tagovailoa, this team should be a dark horse in the AFC. Now, there might be somewhat of a drop-off defensively, but, man, I think right now, in the short term, the Miami Dolphins win the deal, but in the long term, the Kansas City Chiefs win the deal. But this wide receiver market is absolutely blown up. I mean, my goodness. Like I said, the Miami Dolphins today are a lot better. They should be a playoff lock. I know that might be early to say, but they should be a playoff lock, barring injury. They do have a Teddy Bridgewater to fill in if needed. But for the Kansas City Chiefs, we cannot overstate how much of an impact Tyreek Hill had on this offense. Patrick Mahomes is not going to have a bailout guy anymore. And last year, we started to see cracks in the armor. And so because we started seeing turnovers, because we started seeing Mahomes struggling against too high looks, what's the rookie wide receiver going to come in and do? Even if that rookie wide receiver does have, you know, the same sort of impact, let's say like a Jamar Chase or like a Justin Jefferson, highly unlikely, by the way, but nobody's going to be able to replicate Tyreek Hill's production and his statistical dominance these last couple of years. I know he also did have those off the field issues, and so we'll see what Miami does, but I really like this move for Miami now. But as far as the long-term picture, the bigger picture, I like what Kansas City did. They just weren't willing to pay Tyreek Hill $30 million a year. I mean, we're talking about Miami Dolphins are now paying Tyreek Hill the most amount of money on an average annual basis to a wide receiver in all of NFL history, the most amount of guaranteed money, $72.2 million. Top of the market money. I'm just not sure that the Miami Dolphins are going to win a Super Bowl, though, in the next couple of years. I can still see the Chiefs winning a Super Bowl sometime in the next 5 to 7. So take that as you will. But that's it. That's it for me, y'all. Again, this has been your host, your boy, Calvin Domingo, a.k.a. Steezy A. Smith, breaking it down under another segment of Breaking Down the Trade, brought to you by the 32-Bit Network. Have a good day, y'all.